What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and I'm sorry that this video is late. You know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna apologize for a video being late anymore. I had errands to run today. I had to adult, kiddies. You know what it's like having to adult? So I was racking my brain trying to figure out what topic to discuss today for Gamers Talk. Oh, here it is. Gamers Talk, dun 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 dun, Gamers Talk, dun 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 dun, Gamers Talk, science. I don't know where the science bit came in. I just couldn't figure out a way to end it. So today on Gamers Talk, I was really trying to rack my brain, try to find something that we could discuss on said Gamers Talk, because you know here we're keeping it real, and I wouldn't tell you something unless I wholeheartedly believed in it. And also, if I want to have a good debate, I will just discuss something on here instead of waiting for a freaking week to do it on my T-Talk. Which there's some things that we're gonna discuss on this T-Talk this week that's gonna be pretty kind of heavy, okay? Pretty kind of heavy, Ariel, you know English. But today we're going to talk about female fashion in gaming. I'm not gonna be all feminazi, because I actually kind of like the outfits that are in a lot of the video games that women wear. There's just some things that I kind of find ironic and funny and hilarious that I would just throw in here, and you guys can tell me if you find these things ironic, hilarious, and funny as well. First off, can I just point out at how minimalistic and kind of nothingness, that's the first word that came to my head. I don't know if it would actually apply to this. Literally just very little fabric on women whenever you play video games. Now, this wasn't the case back in the early 1900s. There were no games back in the 1900s, Ariel. Come on, get yourself together. Back in the early 90s, when gaming was really at its peak, you saw women clothed a lot better, you know, like Lara Croft, Jill Valentine, those kinds of characters. But as the pointy boobs disappeared, so did the clothing. I mean, and to be fair, there are a lot of female gaming characters in this day and age that do have a respectable amount of clothing. Like, for example, Lightning from Final Fantasy, you know, Squid Girl from Splatoon, and Chloe from Life is Strange. Chloe's clothing I would wear in a heartbeat. You know, I would get like a fake tattoo sleeve, wear all the clothing. I actually used to dress like that early freshman year of college. Yeah, early freshman year of college I used to dress like that. Honestly, beanies are the best. Blue hair, just go with it. But then you look on the other side of the spectrum and you see all the males, and you have these heavy trench coats, sweaters, suits. Like, why can't badass female gamers wear suits and trench coats and 17th century vampire clothing? Like, that would be amazing. That would be great. And I understand that it's all up to the developer because they're working with the universe in which they are creating. But still, I don't think you can fight demons in a bikini. Like, just imagine that for a second. Imagine fighting a demon in a bikini. The demon would just laugh at you and be like, you're not gonna go back in there. Go change. What are you doing? I mean, clearly, if you look at Lightning from Final Fantasy, you can see that there is a lot of cloth and a lot of clothing on her body, but still, I would not expect her to fight the forces of darkness with this outfit. The only thing I really do like about this outfit is her hair. Like, I love that hair. Can I please have that hair? Nazis out there really hate the fact that women are being womanly in games, which I don't find an issue with. There was one video that I saw, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but there was this one woman complaining and ranting about the fact that women could be used in a brothel in the game Hitman, which this was the early 2000s version of Hitman. The boobs were pixelated as all hell. Everything was pointy. Like, there was bad voice acting. What do you expect from an early 2000s game? Like, it's going to be a bit shoddy at first. And then you see the Hitman that there is today. There is less of that, but still with the same concept. It's just a little more PC. The funny thing is that all these feminazis who come at these games for just being, how should I put this lightly, over disrespecting women, which I know it's not even a term, but just go with me on this for a second and I'll explain. Jump into the mind of a feminazi for a second, will you? They say that we are over-sexualizing, and by we, I mean society is over-sexualizing women. If you noticed in Blood Rain, there is a big, you know, mama yama boobular thingamajigger in Blood Rain 2, actually, that spews stuff I'm not sure what it is, but it's stuff at Blood Rain, and that's the boss that you have to fight. There's another demon in Blood Rain, actually, the goth girl that's all dressed in black. I would love to wear that for Halloween. Very spoopy. You know, her boobs are hanging out. There are a lot of video game characters whose boobs are hanging out. It's just the nature of the game developers, who are mostly male 9 times out of 10. You don't see too many female game developers. They're out there. They're amazing, and they are out there. Let's dive further into the mind of a feminazi for a second. And we'll also point out the NPCs, which are called non-playable characters that you can confront in video games, and you can get rewards, you can complete missions, you can do all that kind of stuff. And a lot of feminazis are suggesting that it's being over-sexualized. Like, you have to get with these women, and you have to do things to these women in order to get to the next stage of the game, which... you don't really have to do things. Like, I remember a very early version of Pirates of the Caribbean laptop game that I played in college. There was so many of those, but they were just NPCs. Like, you didn't have to interact with them if you didn't want to. Like, it's very difficult, first and foremost, to put dialogue with a lot of NPCs, and most likely the developer will make a conversation happen with an NPC if it will benefit the game forward and further. That's the only reason why you would even interact with an NPC to begin with. If you have an extra NPC that you can interact with, that's usually a bonus that the game developer put in to make the game more realistic in a sense. So let's jump out of the mind of a feminazi. Oh, I feel gross. And let's jump back into the mind of me, because that's where I like staying, because it's my comfy place. The thing with, over-sexualizing characters, having different kinds of clothing per character, doing these kinds of things where characters, like World of Warcraft, you see the boobs hanging out, you see all of this fancy schmancy gear on women, but when it comes to men, they are more fully clothed. Like in the game Deus Ex, this handsome SOB over here, he is like fully clothed with pants, a jacket, a sweater, even sunglasses. I mean, you can't get more covered up than that. And also, you look at the character from Aiden from Watch Dogs. Like, he is fully clothed. Like, if you were to see Aiden as a gender bender kind of thing, he would have the thing around his face, a jacket, probably like a crop top or shorts on. And that's just the way that female characters are done, because the developer wants the player to know that this is female. Which, honestly, I'm going to say something a bit controversial, so stick with me on this mindset and don't leave just yet. But I like that they make the distinction between male and female, because in real life, we don't know who male and female is anymore. Which, I'm not bashing people who decide to switch their gender. I'm just simply stating that when I walk down the street to the mart, or if I go to a Starbucks, I'm starting to have trouble distinguishing between male and female, and I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I was raised in the early 90s. I'm a 90s kid. I was born in 1992. I was raised with two very, very conservative parents who actually they went with the times rather smoothly. I mean, my dad is almost 76. My mom is almost 66 years old. You would think that they would be stuck in their ways in the generation, but no. It's like video games. They have to develop with the times. No pun intended. When I see video games that still stick with the idea and the conception that, hey, this is male, this is female, unlike today where people can just choose whatever gender they feel like. Which, again, I know I'm probably gonna get hate for this, but the thing is that I don't care. Like, like it's my ideas, my mouth, my words. I understand that there is lesbian, there's gay, there's transgender. I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. It's when kids who are not fully formed in their ideals and who they want to be as a human being suddenly decide, oh, I'm transgender, or I'm a lesbian. Like, you haven't even reached puberty yet. How can you decide what you are if you don't even know your entire body and your situation, who you are yet as a human being? So that's what I have an issue with. I also have an issue with the entire video game concept of going around the idea of babies. There was like some developer, I forget which, and don't quote me on this if it was something that I misread, but there was this entire baby culture that is starting to rise, and I don't like it whatsoever. So, mini rant for a moment, just put the game topic aside for a second. I just have to tell you guys about this because this irks me to no end. Whenever I see parents raising their children saying that you have the choice of your gender, that psychologically messes them up to no end. You have no idea. Whenever you tell your child that I'm not going to tell you your gender, just go by what you feel, is terrifying. So I will get more into this topic if you guys want me to discuss this topic in a later video, but I just keep in mind what you're doing to your children if you are taking a part in the iv'e culture, which, like Ryan Higa says, it kind of sounds like a disease. Oh, honey, don't go near him. Why? What happened? He's got the iv'es. But that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was like 2 mini rants into one about gaming culture and fashion and about iv'es. Oh gosh, my brain, I really honestly do think I might have ADHD. Attention deficit? Oh, shiny. Don't get triggered, okay? It's a joke. Don't get triggered on me, please. But I will talk to you guys in the next video. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below because I make videos every weekday. Please keep in mind, by the way, as an end note, I am a very, very big loyal supporter of the LGBTQ community. I just don't like when kids who are not even developed in their emotional status in life can just choose who they sexually feel attracted to. You're not, oh my gosh. I have so much to think about on this topic. I have so many friends who are homosexual, who are gay, who are transgender, who are asexual. I mean, that's okay, you know? I really don't have a problem with it. I've never had a problem with it. But if you raise your child to think that they can just choose their sex automatically out of the womb, that's going to set them up for some psychological horrors that it's not going to be pretty to deal with. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I really want to know what you guys think on the gaming topic, on this topic. I know I got into a lot of rants, but I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow, which will be Resident Evil 4 Part 14. And like I said, you guys don't have to like my opinion. You guys don't like my opinion on gaming or whatever it is. All I ask is that you hear me out, you listen to my opinion, and if you don't like me, you don't like me. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I'll talk to you all in tomorrow's video. Peace.